the first thing, or before using the Respondus, the first thing that you need to do is to go to the NYT downloads site. Now, every step, I'm going to make it a bit uh, slower than usual, so you can get the concepts. All right. So again, you'll start by going to the website. It's the software downloads, and right in this area, if you're going to go all the way down, you should see that one of the apps is Respondus 4.0. So you click on the login link, and then the system will bring you uh, to the website. Now, once you log in, you will have two files that need to be downloaded. One is the Respondus key, and the other is the Respondus executable file. So it's so simple. You download the two software, and then you install the Respondus 4.0. And then once you're done installing the software, then you just have to click the other one, which is the registration key. So automatically the system will tell you that that particular key has been added to your software, meaning it's now licensed to NYT. Now there is an installation instructions that you could open in a PDF form. Okay. Now, once you do that, the first thing that you need to do is, let me get into the new topic, or whatever the next topic is how do I upload a Word document or a text file in Respondus? Now, basically, you can create the test within the Respondus. If I have time, I'm going to show it to you, but my main objective today is basically how to walk you through on how to upload a Word document or a text file in Respondus. It's more easier to do that because you're not online. So you can just open a Word document, a blank page, and then start typing in the questions. Or you can even use your notepad and putting in the questions that you need to give as a midterm or as a finals. Now, the first thing that we need to inspect is just give me a moment, is how the file will look like. So as you can see, these are some of my sample items. I created a multiple choice, 5 of them. I created at least 2 true or false questions, and one is an essay type. But there are different types of questions that responders could actually create inside the generator. Now, this is a very simple document, but you have to make sure you observe how you're going to create the document. One basic rule is you have to start with the first item with no header. So you don't need to type anything. Just put 1 and then a period. But you can also make this like if I'm going to use a parenthesis or a close parenthesis, you can also use a close parenthesis. Linda will share with you the documents, sample documents, and process or ways of doing this. But I'm just going to show you the best or the easiest way to do it. Now, after the number and a period, you're supposed to provide a space next to the period. So make sure that if you press 1.0 and then you put the question next to it, you press the space bar, and that gives you a 1.0 and a space. So let me do that. Okay. Now, with regards to the options, another format or rule that you need to follow is after the question, you have to provide a space in between the question and the choices. So let's say multiple choices, you have 4 choices, A, B, C, D. So make sure you provide a space in between the A and the question itself. And then you put now the A point, and then you provide another space. So the key words here are spaces. So one space to the right and one space below. That's it. And then you have to put the the option or the possible answers as well as the right answer. Now, in putting in the right answer, all you have to do is to put an asterisk before the letter of the correct answer. So that's easy, all right? Now, so that concept or rule will be applied throughout the multiple choice questions, which is question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how easy it is. Now, for true or false, it's the same. It will only have two choices. One is either a true, another is a false. So you could either say A is true, B is false, and then just put an asterisk before the letter, and then you're done. Now, for 6 and 7, they're both true or false questions. Now, if you're thinking of putting in an essay type of question, what you could do is you just have to type the word type before the number, a colon, and then an uppercase E, meaning for essay. So you before the number of the essay question, you have to type the word type, colon, space, and uppercase E. Now, you're going to go to the next line without any space. You put the number. In this example, it's number 8. So you put 8 point or dot, and then you provide another space. And then you have to type the actual essay questions. So how do contemporary blockbusters differ from the films of the New Hollywood in the 1970s? So that's my question. Now, below that, you should provide kind of like a dummy answer. You don't have to write everything. You just have to make sure that you put an answer, whether it's correct or not, just for the system to detect that there is something below that question. So in my case, I put a dot and then space, and then I just defined contemporary blockbusters, and then just keep some description about it. But it doesn't mean that this is the exact answer, right? So just provide something, a statement or a phrase that the system could detect, all right? So again, that's the main point. You put the number, follow it by a dot, provide a space, write the question, hit the enter key, then you will have a space between the question and the options, and then you follow it through. Same concepts. Okay, and then when you're done, you could simply either file save or file save as. If you already have it in your system, so you might as well just save it by clicking on the save icon. So you click save. Here we go. And then now I'm going to close it. All right. So what I'll do next is I'm ready to process the Respondus file. So what I'll do is I'm going to open up the Respondus 4.0. Here we go. And this is the app, the Respondus 4.0. There are lots of options. I'm going to start by saying about the current personality. Now, in Respondus, they call platforms as personality. So if you're teaching a Canvas course, of course, you have to go to the pull-down menu and select Canvas as your platform. Now, there are lots of options here. You can open a Respondus file, the one that you have created, right? And you can create a new one, which I will show you quickly later today. But again, my main point is to go to the basic goal, which is to import questions coming from the local computer which is either a Word document or a text file. So what you need to do is you click Import Questions. So that's step number 2. Step number 1, select a personality. Second step is click on the Import Questions, and it will open up a window, which is the Import Questions window. What you should do next is you have to select the type of file. So select the type of file. In my case, it's a Microsoft Word document. So I'll click the 2007. If you have the old 2013 or 2009, so you select the doc. But right now, since we are allowed to install NYT license for Office 365, so that would be the docx. So I'll click on it, and I'm going to locate the file by clicking on the browse button, where I actually put the file right on the desktop. It's the easiest location that you can put the file, so you don't have to looking on the documents or the downloads. All right. Now in here, I'm going to select the Word document. I'll highlight on it, and I'll click Open. Simple. Now, right in step number 2, you have to name your document. So let's say I'm creating a midterm test. I'm going to name it midterm test, all right, in fall 2020. And the type of file is, of course, an exam. Now, you only check this box if you are actually creating the questions by chapters, because once you check that box, it will provide a title to the questions. So you should be able to identify whether it's coming from your chapter 1 or chapter 2. All right? But I'm just going to skip it. Now, the next thing you'll do is you have to display and look and check how your test will look like. So you click the preview, and it should show up right in the bottom of the window, which is right here. So now you can see I have 8 questions inside. The final steps is simply to click Finish. So that's how easy it is. And then all you have to do is to click OK, meaning the file has been saved. Now, the next step is you have to go to the setting. You only go to the setting if you want the questions to be in group. But working with Canvas and Blackboard for 12 years or so, you could set up the grouping or the randomizing or blocking of the questions right in the platform. So I would suggest just create the file from here and then just skip the question group. You will be confused. So just skip it. All right. Now, of course, what you need to do is to preview and publish. So you click on the preview and publish. And the first thing you'll see is to preview the file. This is how your file will look like in Blackboard or in Canvas. Specifically, we're talking about Canvas now. So you click on the file, preview the file, and this is how your test or exam will look like. So question number 1, question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you just have to close it. Now, don't blink, because the next step will be the most important steps that you're going to do once you create and save the file in Respondus. The next thing you'll do is to click Publish. Right? Now, when you click Publish, it will show you the Publish to Canvas. Okay? Questions like Elpidio. What about me? I've been using Blackboard for years, and I'm still using it now and for the spring. So how will I do that? So there is a way to do that, and I'm going to show it to you once I'm done with Canvas. All right? So let's talk about Canvas first. So you click on the Publish Wizard, and it will show you a dialog box, which is the Publish Wizard window. Now in here, you have 2 types of publishing. One is If you're teaching a single course, you're going to select the first option. If you're uh, if you're teaching multiple courses, same description, then you have to go to the batch publish to multiple courses. We're going to do it later on. It will take us like few seconds to do that. All right. So let's go with the default. So publish to single course. Now in number 2, you have to select the existing server. Now, this Respondus is now synced to the NYT Canvas server. But by default, you won't see that. You will see a blank space, which is basically add a new server or my Canvas courses. My advice is just click the my Canvas courses, whatever is in there. Or if you need to add, you can add, and then you can just name it accordingly, like NYT Canvas or NYT Flamberg or NYT Simon, whatever name you want. So I'm going to select NYT Canvas, and then I'm going to click the next button. So now the system is now syncing Canvas or Respondus to our NYT Canvas platform. So I'll click the OK button. And what's going to happen next is it will open up the NYT authentication window, wherein you have to put your username and password. So I'll do that now. Okay. So once I click log in, I should be able to go back or to go to the next window where I need to authorize the Respondus to be synced to Canvas. So I'll click authorize. Then I'll close this window. Something will happen. Another window will be displayed. Now it will be the assessment type, whether it's a graded quiz or a question bank. So I would suggest go with the default. Question bank will come later. Now, number 2 will be to create the test. So the name of the test is Midterm Test Fall 2020. There are other options, but again, as I'm suggesting, you could set up the test right in your Canvas. So why do that here, right? So all I need to do is to click the next button. And I will be given, or those courses that I'm currently enrolled as an instructor will be displayed here. So what I'm going to do is to simply select one of these courses. So I would probably select TBLS NYT. And I created some of the graded quizzes already, but not from Respondus, but by exporting a quiz from Blackboard to Canvas. So that's a different topic. So what I'll do next is just click next. And once I hit next, okay, so it will be sync the server. So you have to wait for a prompt, meaning it's completed or successfully completed. I hope it will. And here we go. So publish completed successfully. And I'll click finish. And you're done. So what are you going to do next? So you're excited. Oh, I was able to do that perfectly. So you go to your course. You go to my.nyt.edu. You select Canvas. Okay, of course, by going into the tile. Okay, so if it's going to ask you for a single sign-on, then you could do that. Then you're done. You'll be in the dashboard. Now, in the dashboard, I remember I put it in the TBLS NYT. So all you have to do is to click right in the course. Again, you click right in the course, or you go inside the course, and immediately you go to your quizzes. Even if you're using modular type of Canvas, you have to go to the quizzes area. Now, when you click quizzes, you are supposed to see whatever test we created. And right here, we have the midterm test fall 2020. Now, by default, you don't have to worry about it. By default, the system or Respondus will sync your test, whatever you created in Respondus, to Canvas and make it unpublished. All right? So that's how you're going to do it from Respondus to uh, Canvas. Now, next question might be LPDL. What if I'm teaching multiple courses? So again, my response is still open, right? So all I have to do is, and if you don't click the responders or close the responders, whatever file you created is still inside the area, all right? So it is still inside the creation manager. So all you have to do is to click start. And again, you have to go click import questions. Again, I have to uh, uh, do another set of uploading. So this time I'm going to do again the Word document. I'll click browse. Okay. I'll go sample. I'm going to make it faster now. And then I have to name it. So I'm going to name it midterm exam. But I'm going to remind myself that it's going to be multiple, meaning I'm going to do it in multiple courses because I'm teaching 4 other courses with the same course description. So same step, you click preview just to check how it will look like and then finish it. And then click file save, click OK. Now you're done. Now the next thing again is to skip the settings because you can set it up in your Canvas. And then you click the preview and publish. You click publish. If you want, you can preview it or you can either print the test. So I'll go ahead and click publish and this is where I'm going to go. So I'm going to click publish wizard. This time I'm going to select batch publish to multiple courses. And since you already used it, now you will have the default NYT Canvas server for responders. So all you need to do is to click next. And again, you're going to log into Canvas. Same thing, be patient. You have to log in. You put your username and password for NYT and log in and authorize it again. And then you close that window and there will be another window to be available to you. Remember, previously we do single course, but now we're doing it multiple courses. Now, whatever courses you're teaching, it will be displayed here. They will be displayed right in this window. So, suppose I'm teaching 3 courses of the same description. Oh, this one is the same. TBLS is the same. Canvas workshop is the same. So again, it's a graded quiz. Okay, I don't do the default. I'm just going to let it go and then just press next. And then again, it will be processed, but you have to be patient because it will take some time compared to the single course because now it's syncing the Respondus file into your other courses. All right? Give me 1 second. Okay. I hope I did it perfectly because it just closes the window. All right, so let's go to the Canvas course. And then I have to check. So I put it in the Canvas workshop. I'll put it in the Sandbox. I'll put it at TBLS NYT. So what I'll do is I'll go to the Sandbox and click on it. And then I'll click quizzes. Okay, praying that I have the file. You see, I have the midterm exam multiple, all right? And if I want to check to another course, which is the Canvas workshop, I'll click on the Canvas workshop. I'll go right away to the quizzes. And then here you go. Give me a second. I have the midterm exam multiple. So we successfully sync the Canvas Respondus server to our Canvas platform. We created the file, or we created the Word document and a text file, and then we were able to do it on a single course or multiple courses.